Most sauces have seeds, and I wanted to know if any would germinate and grow into plants. So I put that to the test and bought 11 sauces to see if we could defy the odds and grow some saucy plants. First I started with salsa because salsa has corn kernels and tomato seeds, so I figured maybe they'd have a chance at growing. So I scooped some of the salsa, cleaned the little seeds that I found, and got them on a piece of saran wrap. Spritzed it with water, sealed that into a baggie, and waited. After 2 weeks, they looked like this. Blue mold was starting to form, which was unsettling. But one of the tomato seeds looked like it could possibly have a little tail sprouting out, so I got really excited, and I left them for 2 more weeks to germinate and grow little tails. I had a lot of faith in the corn because corn can sprout in very harsh conditions quite often. Honestly, the hardest part was waiting, but 2 more weeks passed and I checked on them to see this. A piece of corn was sprouting, but it did look like more mycelium was growing. However, the sprout still looked good. So I planted those in soil and I moved on to sauce number 2, mustard. I noticed that there were mustard seeds inside, so I wanted to see if I could grow it into a plant. I scooped some out, separated the seeds from the mustard, and cleaned them off. I got the fresh seeds on a piece of paper towel, spritzed it with water, and the waiting game begun. A few weeks passed. I went to check on them hoping for the best, but not expecting anything. I unraveled the paper towel to see that none sprouted. But just you wait, because 2 more weeks passed, and I opened the paper towel to see that 1 seed sprouted! Naturally, I was very, very excited, probably the most excited I've ever been in my life, so you know what I had to do. I planted the seedling in soil, and while I patiently waited for it to sprout, I went on to the next sauce. Well, actually, it's a pretzel, and I wanted to see if I could grow the everything seasoned pretzels, the sesame seeds, and the poppy seeds. Which, by the way, poppy seeds come from poppies, and I was mind blown on that fact. And I think these were anise seeds, but anyway, I took the seeds, placed them on a piece of saran wrap, spritzed it with water, and waited. 2 weeks passed. I didn't see any growth, so I didn't even take it out of the baggie, and I waited another 2 weeks. And while I was waiting, I thought about how fast chia seeds grow in harsh conditions, so I took some seeds from my chia pudding and experimented to see if they would grow into a baby chia plant. A few weeks passed, and I went to check on the little baggie to see little green sprouts popping out of the saran wrap everywhere. I knew these would sprout, and I was so excited. So you know what I had to do? I got a little cup of soil and planted them right inside so my mini chia baby plant would grow. And as I was waiting, I noticed that JAMBA juice had a side of granola that you could buy, and in the granola there were flax seeds and pumpkin seeds. So of course, I wanted to see if they would grow because so far our success rate was quite high. I separated the flax seeds onto one paper towel and the pumpkin seeds onto another paper towel, and I spritzed them with water, sealed them up, and waited. After 2 weeks, the pumpkin seeds looked like this. Mold, mycelium was growing everywhere. It was quite disgusting. I was pretty shocked, to be honest, and the flax seeds turned pink. So I thought this was a good sign and maybe they would turn green soon. But I was mistaken because these never grew. But I was not stopping anytime soon. I got them on a new fresh paper towel and moved on to sauce number 6. Or should I say lemon water from InNout, because I noticed that my water had lemon seeds in it and I'm from Canada. We do not have InNout here, so I thought it would be rad to grow a little InNout lemon plant. I took the seeds all the way home from California, unwrapped them, got them on a piece of damp paper towel to germinate. I waited 2 weeks, and to my surprise, I saw green! Green is always a good sign, and so I planted it in soil, and now I'm waiting for my little InNout lemon plant to grow. And while I wait, I moved on to sauce number 7, spicy chili sauce. I wasn't sure exactly which seeds were in this one, but I wanted a spicy chili plant. So I got the seeds on a piece of paper towel, likely spicy pepper seeds, and spritzed them with water and waited a few weeks. I didn't see any growth, so I put them back to germinate and moved on to sauce number 8, Szechuan sauce. My friend actually makes this sauce and it's really good. I thought for sure the sesame seeds in this thing could grow, so I extracted them, cleaned them, got them on a piece of damp paper towel, spritzed it religiously with water, and waited. But these never sprouted. However, I was still determined as heckin' because our success rate was still higher than our fail rate, so I moved on to sauce number 9, raspberry jam. I haven't had success growing raspberries, so I wasn't sure about this one, but I tried anyway. I extracted them, cleaned the seeds, got them on a piece of damp paper towel, spritzed it religiously with water, and waited. This was becoming a common occurrence, and I absolutely loved it. I checked on them after 2 weeks and didn't see any growth, so while I waited, I moved on to another type of jam, strawberry jam, because I've had success with growing strawberries before, so I figured maybe these seeds will be more susceptible to growth. So you know what I had to do. I extracted the seeds, cleaned them off, got them on a piece of damp paper towel, spritzed it religiously with water, and waited. While I was waiting, I saw these little seeds in my Starbucks drink, and no, this isn't sponsored by any of these companies, do not worry, haha. But this was one of my favorite projects because I actually grew a huge kiwi plant from this drink. It was growing, and I was excited, and once it was big enough, I put it in my grow box, and then I put it outside in the summer sun, and a squirrel came and feasted on the entire plant. Don't worry, this year I've got good squirrel barriers, but I didn't throw it out. I knew it would grow back. And if you have a plant that looks dead, look at the roots first, because if they're white, it'll grow back. If it doesn't have any leaves, do not fret. But I brought it inside, and it did end up growing back nicely, and now I wait for it to grow up. So, now you really can call me the crazy plant lady, because even though we failed many times, we still succeeded, and we have such nice little cute baby plants to call our saucy babies. And as you know, on this channel, we take the seeds from exotic fruits and grow them into full-blown houseplants that fruit. Thank you so much for watching. This was a really fun, wild ride. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and remember that
I love you.
And I'll see you next week.